This podcast is brought to you by RageLifeFamily.com. Go to RageLifeFamily.com to get the latest and greatest Rage Life gear that's custom made and limited edition. RageLifeFamily.com. Thank you, everybody, for joining Turn Up Iowa. Today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Nguyen Long. How you doing, man?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You should kick that mic up a little bit. We also have Tony Romeo in the background as well, checking out things, helping us out, letting us know if we say anything stupid. So we asked Mr. Nguyen here today to talk about a little business adventure that he's started recently.
It's been a pipe dream for maybe more than a decade, but
Very nice. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. So since you were 15.
Yeah, around there. I'd
Okay.
say I've always wanted something like that, but finally just got around to doing it with some friends, and got 3 other guys who are not here right now: Timmy, Wes, and Mondo.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Timmy, West, and Mondo.
Yep, I'm holding the hand sign up right now. You guys can't see it.
Very nice. And the business adventure that we're talking about is a clothing line.
It is a lifestyle brand. We do some clothing, we do some art, there's some music in there. It's basically just can be whatever you want it to be, you know, like it's like I said, it's a lifestyle.
Very nice. And it's called
Lestrange.
Lestrange. So people can't see right now, but he has a t-shirt that says Lestrange on it. And you'll definitely be able to see that on the website.
Yes,
when you
website, and then we also on Instagram and Facebook, so just look us up, Lestrange.
Very nice, man. So when you were 15, you got the idea that you wanted to design clothes.
I'd say probably around 15, 16, yeah.
And so were you just drawn to that, or did you do other art?
I've always considered myself as a creative kid, you know, like growing up, I always imagined things differently, like talking to stuffed animals and stuff like that. I had a pretty big imagination when I was a kid. I always drew a lot. I always colored a lot. I always played with things a lot. I loved playing with Legos when I was a kid, you know, like
that kind of intellectual, artistic stuff. Because when you're playing and building stuff with Legos,
I always just like to make stuff, you know, like make stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And so, what kind of drawing would you do? Would you do like comics, cartoons, graffiti?
They're basically just I always remember drawing like houses and like weird scenery and stuff. Like I can the thing that comes off the top of my head right now. I always just drew this house that was had this lake connected to it, and I would be fishing from the attic or not the attic, the roof or whatever you want to call it.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So basically just stuff like that, and then I did a lot of paintings when I got into high school, and then I picked up photography a few years ago, and that's kind of my main thing right now, I guess you could say.
And you grew up in Des Moines?
I grew up in Des Moines, yes. I was born in Vietnam in '90, and then my dad left for the U.S. when I was a month old, and then 6 years later, me and my mom came over here in '96.
Straight to Iowa?
Straight to Iowa, yeah.
Yeah. Did she find a job here,
or? She found a job here. My dad had a job here, and then now she runs a nail salon over there on the south side.
Oh, cool. Very cool. And so you've lived here since you were 6.
Yeah.
So 19 years.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. So, do you remember anything about Vietnam when you were younger, or?
Oh, man, I remember a lot. I remember it pretty vividly, you know, it's, you know, when you wake up here in the morning, you would go out, or you would go to the kitchen, make something to eat, or, you would go to the store, you know. But in Nam, you just, you basically just walk outside, and there's, all sorts of vendors and stalls. It's, not really even brick and mortar stuff. It was just
farmer's market.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Some lady setting up with a couple little ovens and some snacks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a pretty big food country country, so there's a lot of food there.
And then, was there a specific reason that they wanted to come to the United States, or?
My aunt, my dad's oldest sister, was married to an American GI that was stationed there during the Vietnam War.
Stupid question. What's a GI?
General infantry, I think that's what they call.
Oh, okay.
Military.
I figured something. I just.
But then, at the end of the war,
Joe?
Yeah, exactly.
my aunt moved over with her husband, and well, she passed away, but they live in Oskaloosa.
Okay. Yep.
And then,
My mom grew up there. Yeah.
My dad's oldest sister decided, like, bring the whole family over, and it was just kind of like supposed to be like a trial and error thing. Like, it wasn't gonna like be a for sure thing, but then it ended up working out so well for my dad, and then he got the rest of us over here.
Mm-hmm. What was that transition like, if you remember that?
Man, like, I was actually really excited. Like, I remember, walking up to the airport. My mom couldn't even, like, she was scared to ride the escalator, I remember. So she always had to take the stairs. And then
Let alone a plane.
Yeah. Well, she had to be relocated to, like, a shelter or whatever you want to call it, when, like, during the bomb raids or whatever of Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
So she had, like, some plane experience, but she was scared of the escalator for some reason. I don't know why.
Everybody's different with that kind of stuff.
I didn't speak, like, any kind of English whatsoever. I remember being, like, at the airport with my mom, and then, like, we had money, but we'd never seen a vending machine before. We've never seen a drinking fountain before, so
Crazy.
just didn't really know what to do, So we were just, like, standing around, like, forever, so thirsty, looking for something to drink, but, like, we just didn't know, and then, like, we finally just saw somebody, like, stick some money into a vending machine and, like, press some buttons, and that was, like, a new thing for us. We never seen anything like that.
Interesting. Yeah.
There's certain parts, like the city, the capital, I guess you could say. It's pretty modern, like, like a big city, kind of like New York here and there. But the town that I grew up in, I don't even think there was stoplights.
Do you remember what it was called? The town?
The town, no, I don't. Not.
You were 5. Yeah, crazy. Never to see a water fountain, and you're thirsty, and you're standing right there, and you've never seen that before. Interesting. Or a vending machine too. Vending machine I could understand. I mean, water fountain, I guess I just would have thought that would be something more universal, I guess, around. You need something? We can stop. Oh, okay. I was gonna say whatever we need. We can pause. We have the technology. I always am, baby. So very cool. So the transition from here, like you said, there were cars and stuff like that.
It's there's a lot of motorbikes.
Okay.
I'd say there's probably like 90% of it is motorbikes.
Is that like that still too, or?
Yeah, it's still that way today.
Do they do that too because it's more green or like more fuel efficient?
It's definitely not more green because the two-stroke smoke is everywhere.
Two-stroke smoke. What is that?
Two-stroke engines, like you mix the oil.
Oh, okay. So like a weed eater,
Basically,
motor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
The pollution's like really bad.
Really? So maybe just because less money to travel farther, and you can fit more bikes.
I think my cousin was saying something. There was like a huge import tax on cars, so motorbikes has made its way in a little bit cheaper, I guess.
Gotcha.
The city, like the capital right now, was like it was pretty modern before the war. Like they had plans for like a subway and a mass rapid transit and all that. But then when the fall of Saigon or whatever you want to call it, like everything just basically got destroyed, and then they're building everything up. But from the time that I left Vietnam in '96, it was like a third world country. Like everything was still pretty like slow and broke, and like everyone was pretty poor, But now it's just like it just exploded. It's like one of the fastest growing economies in the world.
Really? And so when you were 6? 6.
I guess I was 5. I was turning 6.
5 turning 6. Close. So you were at the airport when you got here. Do you remember where you landed? Was it straight into Iowa
No,
or?
no, no, no. It was definitely not straight into Iowa. From Vietnam, I think we flew into Hong Kong, and that was a pretty cool experience because like when you're landing in Hong Kong, it's just it's just all water. You just see nothing but water, and then like the plane's just coming in like so close to the water out of nowhere. The
Weird.
runway was just up here.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how it was like landing in Jamaica, just because you just see ocean, and then yeah, all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, here's some land, and
But
you're about to land. Yeah.
from Hong Kong, I think we flew into L.A. and then I think L.A. straight to Des Moines. If I remember.
Do you remember customs or anything like that, or was that crazy?
I was just so young, and then like I was just really excited to see like all this crazy shit that was fucking.
Probably no care in the world of what's going on. Like,
no, not at all. I was just excited.
and you had to have like a passport and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole process of like getting the paperwork done and everything took like probably a year and a half. There was like physicals, there's like all sorts of paperwork, there's all sorts of interviews.
And you have to get like what are those things called? Your shots.
Yeah, the tetanus shots or
yeah, the
infection shots or anti-whatever shots.
immunizations or
Yeah, immunity shots or whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
I think
it's
it's the right idea.
we sound like idiots. What are those things called? The ammonia shots? I have no idea. Anyways, so from LA to Des Moines, and then you went to Oskaloosa?
No. We had this little house over there on East 12th Street. 1618 East 12th Street, I still remember. It was kind of like a big boarding house because
You still live there?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, so
when we first moved there, it was just I remember my grandpa, grandma being there, and like a few other my uncles and aunts, and like it was just all kind of like one big family, like a boarding house, I guess. But now everyone's like got their own place and all that.
what elementary, middle school?
I went to Wallace Elementary, right up the street there on East 12, between East 12 and East 13th. And then I was going to go to Hyatt, but then my parents decided to move to Pleasant Hill, and then I ended up being enrolled in Southeast Polk.
Okay. What was that like?
It was,
I only say that, and this is maybe just older me, but I remember playing football against Southeast Polk, and there might have been some racial slurs thrown at our cheerleaders and players.
I was just I'm glad you took that direction because I consider Southeast Pokes actually I don't want to like just flat out call them racist, but it was definitely skewed towards one group of kids, and this group of kids is mainly white that played sports and had money.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, and that was just, they had to send roses to our school like the next week because it was embarrassing on their part because the N-word was being thrown and stuff like that. So that was the memory that I hold, and that was over 10 years ago.
There's definitely like a hierarchy of like the social hierarchy, whatever you want to call it. But then, it's just created a lot of divide.
Oh, that was high school. So well, I think we played. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, so it wasn't that far. Yeah, I think I played them freshman year and sophomore year, and then I don't think we played them again. Not after that. Not after that. But holy shit, I do remember the first time we played them and they all came out of the locker room. Dude, some big old farm kids. At least they look like big old farm kids. I was scared, dude. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, why are we playing against the varsity team? We're freshmen. What's going on?
When I was a freshman there, from the time I was a freshman to the time I graduated, when I was a freshman, I was probably one of like 2, maybe 3 Asian kids there. And there were even less black kids and Mexican kids than that. So
really?
It's like 99% of it was white kids.
And so, with that ratio, it's almost how does that not happen, I guess.
Right. It's just it's kind of the
Not to say
norms,
that that's acceptable, but it's like, obviously when they make an all-white school and then there's 3 different people, of course they're going to get picked on. It's like, duh, you know. Duh.
How do you fix that though? You can't.
Well, I mean, now there's like a lot more Asian kids, a lot more black kids, a lot more like it's a little mixed up a little better now, but from the time I graduated in 2009, so I mean, there's probably like less than 10 Asian kids in the whole high school when I was
Did you
there.
get picked on a lot, or
I
being
always
an
kind of
artist
did my
and-
own thing. Like I ran track too, so I always kind of fit in with everyone else. Like if people picked on me, it was just kind of because they were hating, but at the same time, like I just didn't really give into it much, I guess. But I always ran track, so like I fit in with them, and then I don't know, I just picked and choose who I hung out with, I guess.
Yeah. Not buy it into the bowl
No.
of high school?
Yeah, I just didn't like the idea of being a victim, I guess. So I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Cool. And so you ran track?
Yeah, I ran track.
What were your events?
I did 100 meter, 200 meters, 4x1, 4x2, and the sprint medley every now and then. But mainly just the short sprints.
Nice. Any state or anything?
Yeah, I went to state my freshman. I almost went to state my freshman year. I ran an 11.3 my freshman year in the 100 meters, which is pretty good for a freshman. And then my sophomore year, I started getting arrested a lot for just kind of drinking and partying. But then I got 2 codes that year, 2 code violations. Code violations makes no fucking sense. Like, why the fuck would you have so like you would get arrested for drinking or whatever, right? And they would take your sports privileges away.
Yeah,
And
like suspend you for
they would
3
suspend
matches
me.
or whatever.
So like my sophomore year, like I was basically starting on varsity my sophomore year, but then as soon as I got the minor in possession or whatever you want to call it, like it just started going downhill from there. Like my sophomore year, I got arrested probably like 15, 20 times, almost every other week, because I lived in Pleasant Hill and like all these cops had nothing better to do but then just pretty much just sit there and watch us and follow us around. And then my junior year, went to state, just ran track. That was a good year for me. I did a lot. And then the first fucking week into my senior year, I had gotten like pulled over, gotten arrested, or we were just walking to our car from our party, and these cops fucking just stopped us, threw us in the car, and just basically just arrested us. So I was just that was in Altoona. So yeah, that's some bullshit there too.
The tuna.
And then they took. It makes no sense, like they're trying to keep you away from drinking, but they take your sports away because you're drinking. So I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that was always my fear, to not do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
anyway, so Southeast Polk's listening, fuck you guys.
what's that?
I said if Southeast Polk's listening, fuck you guys.
Did you go to school after that?
I did a year at Grandview, but I had a live-in girlfriend at the time, and we were just kind of some extracurricular activities, if you want to call it. And I did pretty well in school. But
A live-in girlfriend? Is that what you said? Like she lived with
me.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a little dog, little pug. It was cute.
It was cute.
We're still friends today, so it's pretty cool.
So you're at Grandview after that.
I did a year at Grandview after that, and then we did this. I guess you could say we hit a lick on the field lab out there at Southeast Polk, because this kid kind of wanted to pull a prank or something. I'm not sure. I just kind of went along with it.
You said you hit a lick?
Yeah, we broke into the field lab and just stole all the binoculars and the projectors and all that. It was probably like more than $5,000 worth of equipment.
I think that's a felony.
It is. I'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, okay.
But I'm actually working my way up to it. But
Sorry.
we did it, and then like 6 months later, it was everything was good. Like nothing, like nobody noticed anything, and then this kid started like bragging about it. Started telling everybody at school about it. And, like, shit spread like wildfire in high school. So, before I knew it, like, they came and got him. And, like, he was trying to set me up over the phone, like, hey, do you remember when we did this? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He called you and said that?
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I can tell the other people was like, you know, I can tell the detectives was there on the phone.
That's so funny.
So
Hey, dude, do you remember that one time?
Yeah.
I was just like,
You
no,
said
man.
you were gonna go do this?
Oh my
No.
gosh.
So anyways,
I wonder how many stupid people fall for that.
he,
Oh yeah, that was great.
he's another stupid kid. I just told him, I was like, no, dude, they're not here to help you. Like, they're here to build the case against you. And this kid was just like, well, we just give them their stuff back. They're not gonna say anything. So I was like, whatever, dude. I don't want anything to do with it. So I handed it back to him. The next thing you know, like
You handed him all the stuff back?
yeah, I handed
Oh.
him all the stuff back. He ended up giving it to the detectives, and that was just solid evidence to get us, I guess. And then everything just kind of fell apart after that. Like, my girlfriend was involved at the time too, so we were all co-defendants. And that's part of the reason why we broke up, because like we just I wasn't allowed to hang out with her. She was a co-defendant. So
A co-defendant. What does that mean?
you guys are on the same case.
Yeah, you both got involved with the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Both are trying to fight your own cases.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Dang.
they had the
They can coerce different stories.
Oh,
but,
gotcha.
anyway,
Gotcha.
like so that kid.
Thanks, Law Tony.
So that kid like told on me, and he got off. He basically got off clean and clear, and like my girlfriend was on probation. But then I got pulled over for an OWI and an ounce of weed. So they hit me with
Shit.
they got me with possession with intent, and that was my third felony. So I got sent to prison November 30th of 2010, a day after my girlfriend's birthday. So that was kind of weird.
So you were 21?
I was 20.
20.
I had just turned 20.
Damn. What was it like when you got pulled over? Oh, you were drunk.
I wasn't that drunk, probably like a beer or two. But
Did you just know you were fucked?
The thing that was fucked up about it, like it was in Altoona, right next to the Hy-Vee. I was taking a
That
kid.
tuna, man.
I was taking this
Gotcha.
kid home, man. I was taking this fucking kid home. He I remember getting pulled over, and
Wait. It was his stuff?
it was my stuff. It was my
okay.
weed, but I was just giving him a ride home to Altoona.
Tony messing up. Oh, yeah.
But anyways, long story short, like I remember the cops like pulled him out of the car, pulled me out of the car, and I'm just texting him when I'm standing in the back of my car, like, yo, like, eat it, do what you gotta do, like, eat it. So what's he do? He takes it and just
An
puts
ounce, I think he said.
An ounce.
Eat a whole ounce. You told your buddy to do that?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I tried to.
That's
but
like Super Troopers.
he took it, and then he puts it under my seat. But the whole weird thing about this is, the cop didn't talk to him. The cop had talked to me. The cop had talked to him. The cop had not been inside the car yet, but he knew where the weed was. He knew where everything was. And then the fucked up thing was the kid got to go home clean and clear that night. Not like a slap on the fucking wrist, and I ended up going to fucking prison for that shit. So yeah, fuck that kid.
20 years old.
Yeah, man.
And how long did you have to go for?
I had fucking 5, 5, and 5. They box carded me, so I had 15 years. But I got out on a 90-day shop. They call it reconsideration. A lot of not very many people got those, so I was pretty lucky.
Oh, so you got out in 3 months?
No, I got out in I think it was like a week short of 6 months.
Okay.
By the time I made it home.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my first Christmas in the prison. So coldest winter of my life.
I bet. Wow. So you kind of, not to be like a jerk, but you kind of lucked out.
No.
To have 15 years and
For
spend
sure.
6 months.
But
Who
it
sees
was
it?
fucking stupid though. It was just like a bag of weed,
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't like having
The pointless war. The war on drugs.
yeah, it was
Everybody
just
says it's a stupid war.
all in one bag. Like it wasn't even like in separate bags and everything. And I like to fold my money because I don't like to just shove my money into my pocket.
Oh, so
like
he
to-
just assumed you were a dealer.
He just assumed I was a dealer because I had like $400 on me or something like that. And he said they were folded like a drug dealer because I like to just keep my money neat. Yeah.
You're too organized, man. You're a dealer.
Tax dollars being used for maximized right there. Tax dollars being maximized.
Where'd you go to Federal?
I didn't go to Federal. I went to Oakdale IMCC.
Oh, okay.
So that's basically just like the intake center. for
Sorry.
all the
Yeah,
prisons.
you had felonies, and they weren't federal offenses.
And then yeah, I just stayed there. They just ended up GPing me there, which is the general population. But yeah.
Is that the security that they use? Is that like GP?
I mean, they like that's the intake center of all the prisons here in Iowa. So when you go there, it's just like they do all your medical stuff to make sure that you don't need, they do your blood work, they do this, they take care of your teeth and all that, and then
They fix your teeth?
no, I mean there's a dentist and everything there, but
I was gonna say they didn't do that for us. Yeah, they just fix your teeth.
Tony's like, this is bullshit.
no, they
What kind of mattress did you have there?
At one point, matches, like they do that like 6.
No, I said, what kind of mattresses did you
I
have
thought-
there?
I thought you said there's a movie where a scene, there's a guy who's like sleeping on like 6 different mattresses. Like you go in, it's like a lavish room and everything.
In prison?
Yeah.
There's a
It's
treadmill,
like,
fish tank, all that.
Yeah.
Projectors, no, I'm
The
kidding.
old Nintendo game with the fucking the
Duck hunt.
Yeah.
What was prison like for you, Win?
Man, like the hardest part for me was just like being away from my girlfriend. But other than that, like it was a fucking cakewalk for me. It was just like high school without girls.
Mine was at college.
Just a bunch of fucking.
Mine was the smarter version.
There's old dudes there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because people do them.
There was like a lot of pedophiles and.
A lot of shitty...
We got fucking busted with pedophiles so bad that they actually went to prison for it. Not like, you know what I mean? Like
probation and
oh, yeah, you
or
don't
like
like,
segregated or whatever.
Like, touch the kid. Like, not,
There was one kid in there that gave his like 1 month old sister fucking herpes or some shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
So there was
Damn.
some fucked up shit in there, man. There was all
That's
fucked up shit. In there.
dark shit.
But there was like I remember my bunk was like it was like a 6-man room, so 3 bunk beds in there, and I remember like one old dude touched his daughter.
Oh, you had to live with a pedophile?
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
it's like mainly drug dealers, but like my one guy was cooking meth and got in trouble because there was a minor involved. Another guy was cooking meth, so he was in there, and then my favorite roommate Slim, he was this tall black dude. He was just funny as hell. Provided comic relief, but
Comic.
relief. But he was in there for just selling weed, He's like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I got like 40 months. I don't care. Just kick back, relax. And then 2 other kids in there. I think they were 19 and 20, and they were having sex with like fucking 13-year-olds or 14-year-olds or something like that. And they got hit with a lascivious axe or something. I don't know.
Man, that prison sucks.
Yeah, that was the
like that where I was, yeah.
that was
Really?
the normal the
I
less
might not have had as many as you had, but that was a good amount of where I was.
the camp I was at was like a fucking chomo camp, like
Which blows my mind that they let them closer to like no gates. Like to me,
But
those
there was
would be the most dangerous people ever. Would be somebody that went fucking gates.
Yeah.
It's the most dangerous person ever. Like
it just creates like a bad system, because the kids gonna grow up fucked up.
we're just gonna put you outside. No, we'll just trust you. We'll just trust you with no gates or wires or anything. It's literally you're it's like living on a campus almost once you're at that point, because you can come and go however you want to a time limit and shit like that. And you're supposed to have a job that is for the jail. There is outsourced
I don't
stuff,
think like a lot of them were just like really like pedophile like into specifically kids, But I think they were just like, I don't know, maybe they couldn't pull pussy or something and just did what they had to do to satisfy their urges.
Yeah, I think it goes a little beyond that. Just because you have to be, you just have to think a little differently to be able to do stuff like that, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But, so, enough about the dark talk. Jeez Louise. Good God. I'm going to have to put a timestamp so it's like, hey, if you don't want to hear about pedophiles, you can listen from this point, and then you can start back up at 30 seconds here. Where were they going with that? So beyond the pedophiles, my gosh, what was the craziest thing you saw, if there was anything crazy?
Oh man, it was like I said, it was just like high school without girls. Like, there was like not really any fights or anything like that.
So you didn't see anybody pull drugs or anything out of their ass?
My
or...
this when we first got there, it was a 24. You're in this 24-hour lockdown unit. They let you out every other day to go take a shower, and they let you out to go grab your food tray. But I ended up getting there on a Thursday. You know, I think you're supposed to stay in there for like 2 days. I ended up staying there till fucking Monday, and that shit sucked.
24-hour lockdown?
Yeah, you're in this room, a bunk bed with a sink and a toilet.
Is that called SAG or whatever? Or
it's just kind of like a mental, they assess your mental health or whatever, making sure you don't commit suicide or something. And then after that, I ended up getting sent to. After that, I ended up getting sent to like one of the brand new additions to the prison. So it was like all really nice and like clean. Yeah, so that was nice.
dude, he was getting. I mean, he was sentenced 15 years and did 6 months.
Yeah.
Well, they gave me the reconsideration, and then they put me back on probation. I just finished the probation successfully.
Not to say you don't deserve it or anything. It's just kind of like, damn, man, the cards were falling.
Yeah,
in
I
your
had
favor.
a really good lawyer too. Shout out to Stuffy Tran.
To who?
Stuffy Tran.
Stuffy Tran.
I never heard the shout out to the lawyer.
That's awesome. Hey, man, if you can get 15 months to 6 or 15 years to 6 months, shout out Johnny Cochran.
Shit.
So no fights. Nice new. Clean
I mean, I
prison.
probably saw like one fight, you know, and
I've seen
it
all
got broken up pretty quick. This fucking bitch of like a CEO called the fucking CERT team on me, and that's like the people that come in with the camera and the gloves and the sticks.
Why do they have a camera?
To make sure you're not abused or
Oh,
whatever.
the cameras that they always forget to turn on.
And then
If there is actual.
all because
Yeah,
like, you know, I was
jeez.
just sleeping, and it was a sit up count, like, you know, you gotta sit up and like have your ID and all that, and I was just like sleeping, you know, like
You have to have your ID.
I was sleeping, and then I didn't hear her, you know, and then I guess she said my name like 2-3 times. I didn't respond, so it's like she called the team on me, and like there was like 6 dudes coming in, like getting ready to take me down. Like, what the hell's going on here? And then they just looked at me like, what the fuck's this lady doing? Like, yeah, you know, you got other things to do. We got other things to do. So yeah. No, they basically just went over there and tapped my bed, and just got me to wake up. And I was like, okay.
So after your 6 months, you were 21?
20. I was still 20.
Still 20. Was that when the ideas of like Lestrange started to develop, or were you just
I mean, I always had an idea to start like some kind of clothing, some kind of brand, I guess. But the Lestrange kind of took off in a group chat with me and my other friends. The name kind of just came, you know, like a brainstorming session, I guess you would call it. And then for a while there, they kind of abandoned it and didn't want to do anything. And then this other guy at work was I got him to, you know, just do the script font handwriting of the logo you see. And then after he did it, I just took it into the computer and then, you know, just made it digital. And then we just ordered a bunch of stickers. And then 6 weeks before 5 and 5 Live, there was like, yo, like, you know, we should do 5 and 5 Live. So I was just like,
oh yeah, you had a booth there.
that was a short time, but and then we ended up getting it done, and I don't know, we're doing pretty well now.
Yeah?
Yeah, like 6 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago, like none of us had any of this, I guess. But then we sold out the hats. We sold out a lot of the shirts already, so we're doing well for being so young, I guess.
What's the end all be all? Like, what's the ultimate goal for Lestrange?
We don't really have an end all be all. It's just trying to make it grow. It's somewhere where we can just, you know, somewhere I can just quit my job and just do that for the rest of my life.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So there's a little bit of a plan in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't work out,
yeah, just trying to come up.
Yeah.
Come out like a vamp. Stuck between a pimp and a hard place.
Oh no. So, so what all do you sell on your website again? You said.
We got right now. There's T-shirts and the hats are sold out, so there's no more hats. But then I design like some posters, some original prints here and there, and then we have a lot of things in the work for the fall line, and we got an official launch, like a launch party coming up. But like I said, everything's like still really like young and in the developmental stages right now. It just kind of took off a little faster than we assumed it would. So
Competitive pricing or like expensive because I'm unique pricing? I mean, everybody has their own kind of.
I mean, you can't really just make a logo and put it on a shirt and try to sell it. I guess part of like the reason why we're doing so well is because like everyone kind of already knew us prior to us making the brand, and just a lot of love and support from the homies.
Nice. I'd love to see. We'll put all your art up on anything that you have. We'll put it up so it slides through on the thing. I was gonna say, I'd love to see some of that art just because. Mhm.
So I went to the Electric Forest with this guy last year, so it was pretty cool. That's probably like one of my best albums to date. This year I'm kind of slacking, haven't really done too much photography, but yeah.
Oh well, and I just meant drawing wise too. Like any of your drawings.
Yeah, I do like a lot of crazy shit that people might be offended of, but it's pretty funny. Yeah, man, like I just do weird, crazy stuff, like whatever comes to my mind.
You sell that cool house?
No, but I mean, I got like other sketches that people might
They don't
find
like it?
funny, or yeah,
Okay.
So
So
I got some
definitely.
paintings from my high school and stuff like that.
So what part of music are you involved in right now?
I am not really involved in any of the music. The brand is, there's like, we're all creative, I guess, but the music guy would be Timmy. He plays a lot of music, and he's been around the DJ scene for a long time, and he got his own flavor.
And what's his
He does a lot of house.
DJ name?
That Timmy, I think. I don't know. He keeps changing it, but it's Timmy T, Timmy, whatever you want to call it. You say Timmy, everyone kind of knows.
Okay. Nice.
Timothy.
And did he do 515 or anything?
Yes,
or?
we did do 5-5. He played with John as Rage Dad, I think, on the
Oh,
Cosmos
geez.
stage.
That Timmy? I didn't know that. I'm like, I'm not even. Oh, I'm a retard.
Yeah, Asian.
Yeah. Okay.
You just like went all.
Yeah, you just blew my mind. You just blew my mind. Okay. Timmy, yeah, okay. Yes, that guy? Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, he's Rage That. Or he's Roger That. Roger
Yeah, I
That.
think
And
that's
then him
the
and Johnny are Rage That.
Yeah, he went by Roger That for the longest time, but I think, he's constantly changing. I don't think he's settled on a name yet, but
And so he's helping you with Lestrange?
he's the part owner of it. Actually.
Very cool.
He's a fourth of it, so, we're all 25%.
Okay. Lestrange is
Nguyen Long.
Nguyen Long. Do you go back to Vietnam ever?
In 2014, I think, I spent 6 months there with my cousin. I got a cousin that lives over there. He's one of the top digital gurus in marketing and advertising over there. He's like the director of some pretty big company. It's pretty big now. He does pretty well over there. He's pretty successful. He went to Drake here. He got a full ride to Drake.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. He got a full ride to Drake. My cousin Tony.
You spent 6 months there.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you had been back since you...
I've been back, I came over here in 96, then my grandma passed away in 98, I think.
Oh.
So the whole family took the trip. And that was kind of a weird experience because, well, it wasn't weird, it was kind of cool. Like, I remember just looking around the whole plane, and like the whole section was us. Like, our family, kids, cousins, everybody. And then we flew my grandma over there to bury her. And then, I went back again when I was in 8th grade in 2003, maybe. But other than that, yeah, the last time I've been there was 2014.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, it was like been a good 10 years
Sweet.
prior to that.
What was that like going back and more? I mean, in '98, I'm sure it was kind of the same. But what was it like in?
It was kind of the same. But then 2003 when I came back, like I, just being a teenager, like all you want to do is just like with your friends, be with your friends,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
What was it like? And you went in 2014.
Yeah, 2014, like 2 years ago.
What was it like as far as?
It is well, I mean, you always got the countryside here and there, where it's like complete third world where people live in shacks and they get their water from a well and they have chickens. But the part I lived in was like the city I lived in was probably smaller than Des Moines, but it had 10 million people. The 10 million people living there, and you probably got like another million people in the tourists and all that, visitors traveling.
Whoa, yeah, crazy. And what are politics like in Vietnam?
It's socialist, so it's pretty laid back. I don't know. I don't really get into politics too much, but I just know it's socialist, and I just know that you can't say anything bad about the government. Like you can't post anything bad about your government, or else somebody will be knocking on your door. But other than that, it's pretty free.
And what happens when you answer and they knock on your door?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But
bad things.
I mean, it's pretty much a free market over there because it's like such a young country. There's not too many like corrupt just yet. But it's pretty free, I guess you could say. I felt free. I felt like I didn't really feel like the media was being censored or any way like that.
Tony,
so you couldn't say anything about the government.
Are you watching something? I can hear it. Dummy. Watching porn. Let's finish this interview and you can tell us all about it. But anyways, so you're a U.S. citizen?
Naturalized, yeah.
Naturalized U.S. citizen, so you can vote.
I'm a felon, so no, I can't.
Oh, yeah, darn it. Yeah, sorry to say that again. Well, I don't want to talk about politics anyways, but, I want to thank you for being here, and I think you got an interesting story, and I'm excited to see what Lestrange continues to bring.
Awesome, man. I mean, thanks for having me here.
I can't wait for my free t-shirt. And, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you should have told me. I would have brought you.
No, I'm just kidding, man. But I want to thank you for being here. Like I said, all your art is going to be on our video, the podcast, the links. We're going to put all that stuff on the website. What's the best place to reach you at?
Probably Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook.
Instagram?
Yeah. If you want my number, you can probably just get at me on Facebook or something.
Instagram. So you're big on Instagram then?
I kind of abandoned my Instagram for Snapchat, but I kind of abandoned all my social media this year to kind of kick this off and.
For sure. And you want to chase that clothing line?
I think the clothing line will always be here. I think it will always be centralized in Iowa, but maybe we can reach worldwide. Whatever you want to do, like just for me, like I love traveling. I love seeing new things, and like I guess I just kind of want a change of pace here. I guess so because I've been here for 20 years, and like I just want more out of my life.
Totally makes sense. Sounds real. Anything you want to shout out to?
Yeah, just check us out on Lestrange. We are on Instagram. We are lestrange.worldwide, and we go. Yeah, that's all of our social media names. So
Lestrange at worldwide.
At lestrange.worldwide.
At lestrange.worldwide. I couldn't hear you because Tony coughed really loud. When I appreciate you being here, my man.
No, awesome, man. Thanks
absolutely.
for having me.
We'll get this posted up pretty quick. And
I hate my voice. I hate listening to my own voice.
Me too. I hate that I have more than 3 episodes about to be online. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, my man. Check us out, everybody. Later this week, I have JRL, who is with 515, the white rapper. I don't know if he wants to be called that. No, I don't know. We'll just end it there.
The White Knight.
The White Knight.
The white, and then cuts out.
Yeah. The white guy. Anyways, thanks for joining us, guys. Check us out later next week. Thank you very much.